news is about stuff that happens, not about stuff that doesn't happen. And as long as rates of violence haven't gone down to zero, which obviously they haven't, there's always enough of it to fill the news. And so if your impression of how violent the world is comes from the news, you'll think not only is it as violent as ever, but you'll think that it's more violent than ever before, because now everyone's a reporter. All it takes is a cell phone, and there are 7 billion of them. Many of them can do color video footage, which they can upload to the internet. And so everyone is a war reporter. So the violence that takes place, and granted there still is a fair amount of it, is in our face. But the parts of the world that are not at war, no one is beaming video footage of a peaceful street corner in Nicaragua or Angola or Mozambique or East Timor, places that had horrific bloodshed in the past that thankfully we don't hear about anymore. So it's only when you look at numbers, when you actually look at how many people are killed as a proportion of the population, that you can really appreciate how much more peaceful the world is today. This is true in the scale of homicides, where, say, in Britain, an Englishman today has about 1/35 the chance of being murdered as his medieval ancestors.
Fascinating stats.
And it's a surprise when you see those curves and they go down from the year 1200 to the present. I was shocked when I first saw that graph, and most people today are surprised when they first see it. The fact that we don't even appreciate this, but big, rich countries don't go to war with each other anymore. So Britain and France are not at war, Britain and Germany, Britain and America.
Right.
That used to be what big countries and empires did. They were always at each other's throats.